Greetings, friends and spiritual rebels. If you haven't heard already, I'm going to be talking at Soul Sisters on March 1st. I'm doing readings. If you want one, come on down. If you want to just meet and talk, that would be great too. If you can't come down to Woodville on March 1st, you can book a reading with me or a consultation. Just contact me. My information is pinned. Now, on to the topic of today, and it's one of the more pleasant topics, and that is the emotion of happiness. If sadness is the result of having a hole punched in your aura, in your astral body, so that the energy that flows from the universe and from the web of the weird, the web of life around you, doesn't properly sync up, so that you have a dearth of energy. If you have put energy out into the universe to manifest something and you weren't able to complete that connection, which again would leave a hole, so you have disappointment or sadness that has hollowed you out and you have not yet processed an energy to come in or connection to come in to mend that hole, then you have a dearth of energy, sadness, disappointment. In some cases, dysthymia, which is a lower level of depression, which we'll talk about in the future. But happiness now. Happiness is the opposite of that. With happiness, you have connected through the web of the weird, the web of life, with others, other situations, groups, the natural world. You have connections that are feeding your soul. And in an ideal way, if the happiness is blissful, if it's euphoric, if it's joyful, that energy is cycling. In fact, happiness is usually a cycling of energy. You receive it and you give it out. It is a circuit that flows down from source, out to you, to the world, and then back again, and up and back and down and out. It is a cycle that repeats. It gives us our vitality, and it allows us to function at a very expanded and strong strength and fortitude in the world. And ideally, that is an energy that will allow us to accomplish whatever we so desire or need, as long as we can continue within that frame. And that's why a lot of folks, they talk about high vibration, high vibe. And this is what they're talking about. They're talking about having a harmonious interface with the world, so that particular, that flow of energy between you and source and out into the world and back again can continue. Because if you can continue that, and if you could raise the vibration to a high rate of speed, you will be overflowing with vitality. And the first thing it does, if you're ill, it gives you health. If you're already healthy, it makes you younger. And if you already have that youthful vitality, then it gives you the spiritual gifts. Not necessarily in that order. It is possible to redirect energy to say, I'd rather have the spiritual gifts than the physical vitality. It is possible to do that. But in many ways, these are all tied together. If all of your spiritual abilities are going toward keeping your body functional and keeping your health up, then you're not going to have it to do other things. Other things like see into other realms of reality, like being able to heal other people, for instance, to be able to travel outside of your physical body into other dimensions. There are many different types of spiritual gifts, but as many as there are individual people, but they all stem from source or from the source of others, if you are being assisted by others to achieve what you have. Just as you can heal other people with your energy, you can also lend them your abilities. You can help them extend their own natural breadth and width of what they can do. You can lead them or guide them into an understanding of what they can do, and perhaps bridge their current ability with what they will have when they complete their evolution into some of these gifts. So, back to happiness. Happiness is when you are resolved in the connections you have with the world and with Source, and you're able to cycle that energy into health and then happiness. It's very difficult to have health if your energy is low. It is possible to do that, but it is difficult. Happiness is more or less a natural result of an influx of energy. If your energy has been low for a while, for a long time, and you get an influx of energy from someone you love, gifting you some healing or connecting with you, and some of their energy flows into you, you'll feel that as a surge of joy, a surge of happiness. Whenever you upshift energy, get more energy, it feels like happiness. And basically what's happening is, in some cases with healing, you're straightening out parts of your spiritual body that have been tapped out or constricted or bound. One way that you can, your energy can be lowered is if you're putting too much out into the world to manifest certain things, if you are overspending your vitality. And other ways is if you have a constriction where you're having to shield off too much from what's incoming, you're having to shield that off so that it doesn't damage you or the reality that you're manifesting, and that can curtail the influx of energy that you need for vitality. There's a lot to that, and we'll get into that more later. But the point I'm trying to make here is happiness is the connection that you have with others and the world, and that flow of energy that happens as a result. And if you'll excuse me, I have a deer who wants to use this space. So, thank you for spending time with me. Welcome to the woods.